TSN on AGB.
If you had Speakeasy, you'd be there now. Yes, indeed. Coldshot here on the TSN. If you had Speakeasy, you would be there now. That's right, boys and girls. Give a visit, speakeasy.net. If you're in the market for DSL and they're in your area, I highly recommend them. Top-notch company. Gamers love them all over the world. Every gamer I've ran into that's had Speakeasy has never had that much of a ping problem at all. I've seen a couple of minimal things, but it wasn't Speakeasy's fault. It was talking about some router issues with the server itself, and that's the only time I've seen anything negative from them. Give it a visit, speakeasy.net. Like I said, it's Coldshot here. We're waiting for a couple of all guns blazing guys to fix a few issues here and there, no big deal. They are from across the great big pond we call the Atlantic Ocean, so there is quite a bit of a ping difference. We're talking almost 100 MS difference. It's going to be rather interesting. I think SM has the talent and the ability to take advantage of that. However, that does not substitute teamwork. So we shall see how All Guns Blazing acts along the teamwork side. Assault is the map. All Guns Blazing is going to start off on the Axis side. It looks like Clan SM Supreme Mercenaries going to be on the Ally side. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. This map, basically, haul ass across it, blow up the damn radio tower, and set the time. That's pretty much it. That's the basics. So, that being said, let's break off. We got a couple of minutes till these guys get ready to rock and roll. By the way, give us a visit, www.tsncentral.com. That's where this recording will be in the download section under QuakeCon. That being said, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. Coldshot here on the TSN. As if it's been called. Yes, indeed, boys and girls, you heard that. Prepare to fight. Been called. Assault is the map. Fight. And
prepare to fight.
And I'm stuck in follow mode. That's right, boys and girls, so I apologize if anything really is screwed up. Give a quick rundown who all is in here. We've got Hardnut, Jaeger, Irv, Vash, and Warmonger 18 filling out the AGB All Guns Blazing side over on the Axis team. For Supreme Mercenaries, Contempt, Flatline, Apoculos, Apoculos. There you go. Apoculos, Fawn, Contempt, Randu, and Canuck all filling out the Supreme Mercenary team. 6 on 6, Red 5 joining up over there on the AGB team. So we're going to try and cycle through some players here and see what happens. Let's see here. We have the Axis team breaching the hatch. Unfortunately, I am not in free float mode, so we shall see what's going to happen. 9 minutes on the clock. I think what we're going to do at the next at the end of the round, we're going to try and take a quick little break and see if we can't rejoin and do that. Anyway, take a quick look around here as far as scores off the get-go. AGB Irv off to 10 off the get-go there. Gate going closed. The Axis do own the gate area. That's going to help them out in the long run with the spawn, make them spawn a little closer. Oh, Panzerfaust right to the face there. That was Red 5 getting taken down by Apoculos. Yes, whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying. And no, I'm sorry, I will never get your name right, and that's just kind of how it is. Welcome to Coldshot's world. Axis air support being called in. Grenade spam going to the tower. Boys going underground. Some guys sticking around. We shall see what All Guns A-Blazing are going to plan to do. A couple went underground, a couple staying up top as we cycle through players left and right and figure out what it is they're going to do. Let's see. some shooting going on. Don't know who's an engineer, don't know who's what, because I can't float. We're following Hardnut, who's a lieutenant. Dynamite has been planted, so let's take a look. See, Kick War has been asked. So Warmonger going 999. Warmonger coming back, I believe. He is back in spectator mode. We shall see if he comes back. We're going to wait for that door to blow up. We've got Apocalypse Clan Supreme Mercenaries in the tunnels coming after some guys. He's got his 45 out. Pulls out a grenade. He's fighting there. He gets taken down by Red 5 as we are now behind Flatline, who was on the defensive posture around the tower. And it's looking like the gate area has been reclaimed by the Allies. That's going to affect All Guns Blazing, give them a long spawn there, as I like to call it. We've got 6:50 on the clock. It's Coldshot here on the TSN. Just starting to get warmed up. It's the first match of the evening, Clan Capital versus 502nd, coming up a little later tonight. I'll be bringing you that action. Supreme Mercenaries all over the tower as the Axis have one objective left. That's right, boys and girls. All they have left is the tower, the radar tower itself. Supreme Mercenaries all over this platform, a whole lot of them there, as you can hear the explosions. Panzerfaust and Thompson's going all over the place. And Contempt getting into a little bit of trouble there, but saving himself as a medic. He's going to quickly revive himself. He's going to throw some med packs to Apocalypse to back him up. Axis air support being called into the back row. Nobody on Supreme Mercenaries was sitting in the cheap seats at all, but we've got some more air support being called in almost immediately, and this is going to cause some serious problems as it blows up a couple of the bodies. And here they come, all guns a-blazing, literally up the staircase. They are coming up hard and heavy as we wait and see if they get around the tower. We're going to try and cycle to a couple of them. We got some guys back on the cheap seat. Randu from SM is on the cheap seats. He's got two guys coming after him. He gets mowed down, but Warmonger gets taken down by Canuck, who's got the high ground around the tower, as that's his job, looking like he is on tower defense. He's going to be guarding the ladders, make sure nobody gets up there. And I do believe he might be an engineer. He's got teammates now on the ground as he's looking around now. No, he is a lieutenant, so he could be calling in air support into that area if anything, you know, kind of like a last-minute resort kind of deal. Blow up a few guys, whatnot, but we shall see. He's got some hatch duty now. Following Irv, who has spawned, and now underneath, who is underneath the tower, I should say. He's at the staircase, so is a few other guys. He's got a couple of guys going up. Engineer, he is. There he goes, going up the staircase as a whole bunch of them come up, taking on the Supreme Mercenaries. Head on, boys and girls, and this is exactly what you got to do. You got to try and set the tempo. You got to try and claim some real estate. Get as much of the map under your control as possible. Oh my goodness, an extra jump. Panzerfaust to the face as we cycle through some players right now and try and find whomever or whatever. Warmonger going to go up the ladder. He's going to get up on the panel and try and get up there a little bit as we try and wait and see if there's any teammates of his anywhere around. He's calling for medics, and he's going to be able to get a couple of revives up as he drops some med packs for his guys. Warmonger is the medic, and there's a bunch of guys on the tower now as they are going to plant. They are going to plant. They got a guy up at the tower working on planting. It is yellow right now, but he's going to get mowed down as, oh, he does make it turn red, and then he gets killed. So that is a red stick of dynamite on that tower. That's it. That's going to be what the time's all about. But here comes Contempt. He is a medic. He's not going to be able to defuse it. And Lieutenant up there, Axis air support being called in. This is going to cause havoc on the Supreme Mercenaries. 3:40 now on the clock. And I do believe the dynamite is still red as we cycle around, try and find somebody, anybody. See if there's a medic up there. Have not heard that it's been diffused. We still see it blank in red. And there it is. Clock now set to 6:31. Coldshot here on the TSN.
You're listening to TSN on AGB.
If you had Speakeasy, you'd be there now.
Yes, indeed. Coldshot here. Time is 6:31 as all guns a-blazing. Going to have to defend that time that they just set. Waiting on about 9 players to ready up. There's a ready up pretty quick. Hey, check that out. I am in free float now. Warmonger being called to kick again. I do believe he is 999'd one more time as he has been kicked and re-added, so to speak. There's 6 more players left. Coldshot here on TSN. This is the QuakeCon Qualifiers. QuakeCon brought to you by ATI and a handful of other guys, Everglide and Speakeasy. That's right, a whole bunch of people. id Software going to be their players ready up by typing ready in the console. Being said, 3 left to go as we are on Assault. AGB setting the clock at 6:31. Pretty decent time. We shall see if Supreme Mercenaries is able to take that momentum out of their hands and put it back into theirs and that kind of stuff.
Prepare to fight.
Prepare to fight has been called. It's nothing but 10 seconds till it's game on, boys and girls. That's right. Clear the cars from the street. Put the goals up. It's time to play.
Fight.
Fight has been called. It's time now. 6:28 now on the clock. We're going to head out over to the gate area as we are in free flight mode now, which makes my life a whole lot easier. It makes Coldshot so happy. Long-range mortar shots all over the place for assaults to come in. Dynamite already on the hatch, about to get armed. That's Apaculos. Grenade spam everywhere. And boom, stuck in follow mode yet again as it all of a sudden just decides to throw me there. Great. Way to go. Good game, Wolfenstein. Way to help out the caster. We appreciate it. The gate area has been claimed by Supreme Mercenaries. As we cycle through players, as some of the all guns ablazing are on defensive positions there. We've got Randu, who is, interesting. I have not seen one of those in a while. The Axis team has breached the gate hatch, so that's 2 objectives as they're going to wait and see. Oh, man! People turning the corner and just dying as I follow them. Warmonger on the defensive posture right now. As we cycle through, Fawn from SM is escorting Flatline a little bit as Apocalypse is out in the gate area. He's going to pick up some ammo pack and go work his way around the map. We're going to follow a couple other guys. Jaeger is on the defensive posture far away. He sees some guys long range. He's going to try some long range, spamming on them. Decides to fall back. Looking like he's a medic looking at his ammo count. As he's going to go pick up a couple of med packs, but he doesn't need them. I think he's looking for some ammo packs. As he finds 1 or 2. Dynamite has been planted at the warehouse entrance. That's going to open up the door. 4:30 on the clock. Still plenty of time for Supreme Mercenaries to beat as we wait and see if they're able to beat the time set by All Guns Ablazing. 6:31. Fairly quick time, not too bad. We shall see probably some faster times as these two teams warm up. The map is Assault. It's one of the more common maps played. Panzerfaust action out and ready by Red 5. The door has been hatched, so now you are waiting for nothing but a bunch of guys hauling up the staircase. That's right. That's what's going to happen now. You're going to have a bunch of Supreme Mercenaries coming at you full bore as Red 5 just kind of scoping around a little bit, looking for some players one way or the other. He is on the high ground. He does have the defensive posture. The AGB team all over this tower. They got guys pretty much everywhere. As we've got Vash who is coming in, and it's looking like they are going to reclaim the gate area to affect the spawn of dead Supreme Mercenaries. That's definitely going to help them out in the long run, considering all they have to worry about is defending for another 3:30. Allied air support going to be called in on the staircase area. I don't know if that's going to really help too much. As, boom, he blows up himself. As, I don't know what happened there. Somebody's support fire. And maybe that was Axis support fire called in somewhere that got him. I don't know. I didn't see the smoke, but then again, I'm in follow mode, so it's kind of hard. Panzerfaust shot from across the map, hits its mark. Contempt from SM goes down. Fawn SM working his way up to the bottom of the tower. He's up there, boys and girls. He is at the base of the tower. He's going to try and get some real estate now, as he is battling a couple of guys there. Flatline right there behind him. He is a medic. Flatline Apocalypse is right there as he's picking up some of the ammo packs left around. They're mowing down some of the AGB guys, and we got some guys up on the tower area. And oh my goodness, he does not see him. That was Vash, I think, up there that didn't see it. Dynamite has been planted on the tower. It's looking like it's going to be a double plant. As we do have a double plant at 2:10, looking like the clock will probably be beat by SM, and that's going to mark them a point on this round, as Apocalypse is up there in the defensive posture, taking a lot of bullets now as he falls back and tries to take a little cover to stay clear. The Axis team has destroyed the tower, and they have taken it. Coldshot here on the TSN.
This just in to the TSN News Desk. More people with internet access listen to the Team Sportscast Network than those who don't have internet access. If you are listening to us with your internet access, thank you for listening. The number one station for online gaming, TSN.
Yes, indeed. You're listening to the number one online radio station for online gaming, Team Sportscast Network, sponsored and powered by Speakeasy.net. Coldshot here on the TSN. We're going to have a hell of a lot of fun. Reminder, QuakeCon 2002, boys and girls. That's right, going to be out there in Mesquite, Texas. We're going to be out there full bore. 10 minutes on the clock. Supreme Mercenaries turn to set the clock. We shall see if they can beat the 631 that was set by AGB, if they can even set it. AGB might have a little trick up their sleeve, and this is about the round that decides the end of the match from what I've seen. This is the one that kind of determines it as I fall back into follow mode, which really aggravates me. God, does it aggravate me. I'm going to have to get a little Wolfenstein smart, I think, and figure out why, what, and how I can take care of this business. As lots of air support being called into the gate area. The Axis have claimed it. The Allies have reclaimed it. There's a battle for it, and the Axis retain it. The dynamite is on the hatch. We've got some AGB guys in here into the area. The barbed wire was still up, which was kind of odd, as they all pass through it and get damaged a little bit. No idea what the hell all that smoking crap is, but that's alright. We're following Flatline SM. He is all the way across the map. Axis air support being called in to the area. Axis team has breached the gate hatch, as we are going to see probably a very quick rush here. As Flatline comes up top, he is on the tower area, and it's looking like a bunch of guys are there. Panzerfaust called in, does minimal damage, and Red 5 goes down as he takes down Hardnut, Red 5, and a whole bunch of guys, and then Flatline and Randu goes down as Contempt is up on the ladder area, and here comes some AGB guys up there into the tower area. They're going to wait and see. I don't know if we're going to get a plant. We do have a plant at the tower. Panzerfaust to the side there. 8:06 on the clock. That is an extremely fast time set. 1:54 as they basically crush the 631 set by AGB. Coldshot here on the TSN.
TSN.
Only you can prevent forum fire.
Yes, indeed. Only you can prevent the forum fires. We've got 12 guys. Time to beat is 1:54. Waiting on people to ready up. It's Coldshot here on the TSN. Score is 1-0 still Supreme Mercenaries. If AGB can beat this time of 1:54, they will tie it up 1-1. If they cannot, the Supreme Mercenaries will go up 2-0. Waiting on one more player as we are about to rock and roll. Not a whole lot of time left on the clock.
Prepare to fight.
Prepare to fight has been called. Warm-up just about over. Good luck, have fun being called all over the place. So far, very good. Let's give a quick rundown who all's in here. Jaeger, Irv, Red 5, Hardnut, Vosh, and Warmonger for all guns ablazing on the Axis side with 1:47 on the clock. Flatline, Contempt, Apocalypse, Randu, Canuck, and Fawn taking out the Supreme Mercenary team over on the Allied side. They set the clock at 1:54 as they only have about 1.5 left to defend, as they basically go haul and butt all the way to the gate area. Axis have already claimed it. As you hear a loud explosion in the background, as who knows what's being called. We got a little sneak attack by AGB Irv along the top area, as he gets mowed down. We go back into the gate area as that's been reclaimed by the Allies. Good game's been called. 1 minute, 5 players now, I guess, is what they're saying. So I guess they're short a player. But I do see all of their pings fluctuating, so 54 on the clock. We've got nothing but a bunch of AGB guys coming out of their spawn area, being kind of pinned down. Allied air support being called in. I've been able to stay in free float this time for a while, which is kind of cool. 37 seconds on the clock. As soon as it hits 30, it's going to be 2-0 SM at the moment. There it is, officially 30 seconds on the clock. There's not going to be that much time left for them to plant and have the tower blow up. So now it's just a matter of just kill as many people as possible. Contempt with the high score this round. 8.7 for Apocalypse, 4 for Fawn, and 2s across the board for the top 3 AGB. Red 5, Jaeger, and Vosh. As they do not beat the clock officially, the Allies do protect the tower in the time allotted. As we go into the third set, SM will defend. AGB gets another chance to set the clock. We shall see if they can match the 154 time. It's going to be rather interesting to see if this is possible. Taking a look at the pings all across the board, 150-ish all the way down for the AGB team, as we've got basically 50s average for the Supreme Mercenaries. Their highest ping is 76, so there is a slight ping advantage. Good luck, have fun. Prepare to fight has been called. It's Coldshot here on the TSN. Assault is the map. Fight. Can we change server being asked, and I think it's a little late on that one, but that's just my opinion. I'm not sure. They are playing in New York to accommodate those from across the pond. As here comes the AGB guys into the gate area, they are going to claim it already. Dynamite is planted, Axis, Allied air support all over the place. Everybody meeting at the gate area. Massive explosions left and right, people spawning. It is madness and mayhem. Allied air support around the hatch area. Waiting for the hatch to blow up. You know, it's kind of odd that Dynamite will blow up the hatch, but the bombs coming from the airplane won't. I don't know, just one of those little things that I look at that I just kind of makes me go, I understand the concept, I understand the principles. It's just one of those weird little things. I don't know. And then occasionally you get the gate to blow off the head track, which is kind of cool. 8:50 now on the clock. Server change being asked for by Monger as I go into free flight mode. They want to go to Boston, if at all possible. And being called not until after this round, as that's going to be rather odd. This is the last round, he said, so we shall see what happens on this one. Respectable scores across the board for the All Guns Blazing. They're only playing with 5 at the moment, as Warmonger is in spectator mode. Take a look, see what happened. Dynamite has been planted. All guns ablazing, set up with their standard strat, it looks like, that they used first time around. 7:50 on the clock now. It's looking like they're going in a sequential order, so to speak, but who knows? They might have some tricks up their sleeves. As we are back in follow mode for some reason, which I think it has something to do with permissions. But hey. That's fine, that's dandy. Axis team has breached the warehouse door as the warehouse door has been exposed. They are underway as here they come. Lots of people going to be coming into the area. We've got Fawn up on the defensive position on the top of the staircase. Contempt with him as a medic. Lieutenant and medic, a nice teamwork on the defensive side as they're able to exchange packs and help out and get the big guns in. But there goes Fawn off to the races. I think he's going to go try and reclaim the gate area to delay the spawn there. Apocalypse is coming up the ladder and back to the tower area as we move around. Randu is Flatline is on the hatch duty. Contempt in the cheap seats at the moment. 6:50 to go. Randu definitely in the cheap seats. He's way back in the hills. Canuck on the top end. Medic being called for underneath as there was a little bit of bloodshed. As Vaughn goes into the tower area underneath, or the warehouse area, and cause a little mayhem with the AGB guys. Take a look, see here, and they do have 6 again. Vosh with minus 11 at the moment. But they do have 2 guys at 10, Hardnut and Red 5. Top scores this round. About to hit the 6-minute mark on the clock as we wait and see if all guns ablazing are going to be able to set the clock this round. Hardnut, AGB into the area. As that was kind of odd. It looked like he had a allied gun and uniform. Interesting. Go moving around. AGB so far has not really made a true advancement to the tower area yet, as I think they're waiting to collect somewhere and then do a mad rush, so to speak, as they've got some medics and some engineers in position. People getting their health packs, getting ready to rock and roll. And you can hear the guns blazing. People going down. Warmonger taking down Apocalypse. As here comes AGB up the staircase. They are going to come into the into the tower area. They own all the areas right now as medics are going to revive people. As here comes the guns. They're starting to mow down a few guys. Grenades are going to drop. That's going to be a big explosion. That's going to cause some problems. There they go. Oh my goodness. Killed teammates, though, unfortunately. 2 teammates go down as that kind of backfired a little bit. 4:30 on the clock now. Coldshot here on the TSN. Make sure you give us a visit, www.tsncentral.com. Show us your support as we support you, the online gamer. It's going to be a QuakeCon. Give us a visit. We've got lots of prizes that are going to happen, one way or the other. I got a nice little package in the mail today. I will not share the contents just yet. But I can tell you, it's from a very nice group of guys. It's got a variety of stuff in there. And I'll let you know as the night goes on. QuakeCon qualifier, Supreme Mercenaries versus All Guns Ablazing, 3:43 on the clock. Give the history of the match so far. AGB had access on the first round. They set the clock at 6:31. Supreme Mercenaries were able to beat it in about 4 minutes. Supreme Mercenaries then had a chance to set the clock. They set it at 1:54. All Guns Ablazing unable to beat that. Supreme Mercenaries go up 2-0. Currently, AGB trying to set the clock again with 3 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. A whole lot of time has been eaten away. They're entering the crunch zone, especially with a 1:54 under their belt. Supreme Mercenaries. Could be some problems. Red 5 is on the tower. Base gets mowed down as it's looking like AGB is owning a little bit of real estate. Hardnut owning the cheap seats right now. As they wait and see, they're trying to revive some guys. They're trying to get an engineer up there. There they go. They got a guy climbing up the ladder right now. As we try and get up there. Dynamite is now red. We've got a double plant about to happen. There it goes. Dynamite has been planted, double plant. The clock will get set. It's going to be a big time, though. Lots of action at the base of the tower as Supreme Mercenaries are now getting up there. But grenades are going to be dropped all over the place and going to blow up a buttload of people. Clock is now set to 8 minutes. A lot of time on the clock for Supreme Mercenaries. It's Coldshot.
You're listening to TSN on Speakeasy.
If you had Speakeasy, you'd be there now.
Waiting on a bunch of people to get readied up to finish out this round. 4 players there. Time to beat, 8 minutes. Score currently 2-0. Supreme Mercenaries. If they are capable of beating the 8 minutes, they will win it all at 3-0. Taking a look around at the pings. Pings seeming fairly stable. I think that the issue is playing across the big pond just can cause a little bit of havoc. I know I've played a couple of European servers for different games, and I've played a couple of
Prepare to fight.
European leagues as in an older game, as it was kind of interesting. Just a different way of doing business, so to speak. I do know that the Euros play objective rather than stopwatch. At least that's what's been told to me. And it's not, I don't think, in anything done purposely that they do things a little different or find a different way of doing it. It's just a matter of their taste and style. 7:40 on the clock as we wait to see if Supreme Mercenaries are going to be able to beat this as I get thrown back into follow mode. I think at the halftime we're going to have to figure this out, as the next match is going to be coming up in about 45 minutes. Clan Capital versus 52nd. Vosh with connections issues, as he is going to be 999, and oh, thank goodness it's not. Vosh running into some ping issues, as the old little thing at the bottom started telling me that as we try and cycle through players. Here he goes. He is back, ready to rock and roll. He's got a Panzerfaust. He's going to try and blow up anybody and everybody. Kind of puts it in the middle of some Axis players there. He does take down 2, but unfortunately one that was left took him down. As we cycle around, 6:40 now on the clock. AGB could stay in it by defending this in the next 6:30 and make the score 2-1. Don't count them out. They've been playing well. They've just been taking a good bit of time, but patience pays off. Supreme Mercenaries entering the bottom warehouse area as they go down. Warmonger taking down a few of the guys. Some guys coming up the hatch, and they are not going to live too long. All the hatches and doors have been blown as we wait for the tower. That's all that's left for Supreme Mercenaries at 5:50 left on the clock. Still a good bit of time. Vosh running around, supporting Warmonger at the top of the staircase as they kind of move precariously in different areas to give proper coverage of the tower area. $5:20 now on the clock. No sign of some Supreme Mercenaries anywhere. Take a look around, see where these guys are. I know where they are, but I'm not going to tell them. As it's looking like Supreme Mercenaries setting up for a mad rush. Some TK going on, but that could be a medic killing somebody to revive them. Help out with the health issue. Axis air support into the area. We're following Jaeger as he is in the cheap seats for the duty. Allied air support now being called in. Massive explosions by the communication tower. Medics being called. Jaeger gonna be revived. You killed Randu, it says. That's Herb taking down some guys. And lots of SM coming up the staircase. As they are all over. Going to follow Warmonger right now as he takes down a couple of guys. Allied air support being called in. This could help them out right at the hatch area. We wait and see what's going to happen. 4 minutes on the clock. All the SM guys spawned. And they're off to the races. Following each other in a single file line. Doing things in an orderly fashion. The Allies have reclaimed the gate area. That's going to affect them in the long run because that's going to make Supreme Mercenaries spawn kind of far back now. 3:40 on the clock, still a good bit of time, but AGB doing a good job defensively, holding them off. Jaster from OGL going to be the ref right now, discussing the scoring possibilities with him. As if AGB defends the next 3 minutes, 10 seconds, it'll make the score 2-1. That'll keep them in the ball game. As I'm sure that is what they want to happen. It's Coldshot here on the TSN. Just hit the 3-minute mark. We're going to call it crunch time for SM. As the defense of AGB doing a real good job standing up there, not allowing them to infiltrate at all. As we have seen Supreme Mercenaries make it to the base of the tower, and that's about it. As we got a few guys coming in, the Axis team has reclaimed the gate area. Allied air support being called in, and this could be painful. More Allied air support. As the AGB team is all over this tower. 2:15 on the clock. We're talking 2-minute warning, no timeouts. It's go. It's 4th and 10. Got to pass. You cannot afford any lost yardage if you're SM right now. But in the same sense, you have to put the goal line defense on if you're AGB. You have to hold them at the line. It all comes down to this. 1:50 now on the clock. AGB still all around the tower. A couple of guys in the cheap seats. We got some Supreme Mercenaries long-range gunfire. Fawn and Randu go down as things get quiet yet again. Grenade spam coming in. We got some Axis players coming across the map. Axis air support being called in all over the place, and this is going to be hell on Warmonger. Warmonger goes down. A couple other guys get killed as Warmonger, I think, got revived there. And during that time frame, lots of SMs come up, and Warmonger goes back down. Apocalypse gets mowed down at the bottom of the ladder of the tower there. 1 minute on the clock, 30 seconds to get some dynamite planted around it. Supreme Mercenaries all over the place. Medics being called all over. It's mayhem behind the tower in the cheap seats. 50 seconds on the clock. Flatline goes down. He's the medic. We're waiting to see if anybody is there. We got Red 5 up on the tower. He's still alive. It looks like he's on grenade suicide duty. 40 seconds now. Fawn SM goes down. Vosh still alive on the defensive. Warmonger still alive. Fawn dead. Apocalypse working his way across. 30 on the clock. 4th set is now required as the point is going to go to AGB. And that's going to make the score 2-1. Supreme Mercenaries leading. Yet momentum slowly slipping from their fingers. As 10 seconds hits the clock, Axis air support coming in. It's official. AGB gets a point on the board after wanting a server change, but not able to get it because they were in the middle of a round. Might be to their advantage. As we wait and see what happens. Coldshot here on the TSN.
You're listening to TSN on Speakeasy.
If you had Speakeasy, you'd be there now.
AGB could tie it all up as we wait for Supreme Mercenaries to set the clock. It's their turn. As we wait on 5 players to ready up. If that happens, we'll go to sudden death, and the winner of the round will be declared, I do believe. Red 5 still asking if they can have the...
Fill me up this Velcro seat and get me with my
But at 7:46 underway. Sorry, take a pause for the cause. 7:46 on.
Prepare to fight. Fight.
Firing. Dynamite planted. Affirmative, on my way. Firing. Path cleared. I need ammo. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Path cleared.
On the clock now. As Supreme Mercenary is going to get the chance to set it. As we are in the fourth set, boys and girls. Axis team has breached the warehouse doors. All they have left is the tower. Canuck goes up the ladder from the hatch and he gets mowed down. Calling for a medic. Don't see any nearby. AGB's defense standing tall on their 8-minute set. Definitely doing an outstanding job defensively. Supreme Mercenaries calling in some Axis air support. Blows out some windows, and that's about it. As Jaeger in the chief seats. Red 5 up on the tower. Irv coming up. Gonna pass off some med packs. Cycle through the players. Flatline doing a little covert action. We'll call it that. We'll leave it at that. As we look around at the rest of the Supreme Mercenaries, as they're looking to get poised for a mad rush to get the clock set. As AGB's defense all over, the Allies have reclaimed the gate area, going to make them spawn a lot further. Axis air support coming into the area does not take down anybody. Basically just makes a big loud boom. .5:30 now on the clock. Coldshot here on the TSN, powered by Speakeasy.net. QuakeCon qualifier, Wolfenstein. $100,000 tournament QuakeCon is. AGB's defense standing tall. Hardnut goes down. Axis and Allied air support all over the place. Vosh getting mowed down by pretty much the whole team, as there was a lot of people basically coming out of the gate area. .445 now on the clock. Grenades going up top from the Supreme Mercenary team as they go and get ready. They're going to try and split this hardcore AGB defense. Axis air support called in. Fawn off to the run as he's going to try and take these guys on. As one gets revived, he goes down. He does kill one. He kills two. It's looking like SM does own the tower area now, as they are in the cheap seats. They're working down the real estate. Apocalypse Engineer going to plant. 4:10 on the clock. Dynamite turns red at the tower. Grenades are out, as it's looking like Apocalypse timed out there for a minute. As I still see the red glow at the tower. 3:40 on the clock now. This is going to be a pretty decent set. Not as good as the 154. Set to 6:22 now. All Supreme Mercenaries have to do is defend, and they can win.
You're listening to TSN on Speakeasy.
If you had Speakeasy, you'd be there now.
You're listening to the Rock Station, your source for online gaming.
You are dialed into... Arg.
Yes, indeedy. Coldshot here. If beaten, this goes into overtime. If Supreme Mercenaries can hang on, they will clearly win it 3-1. And I gotta tell you, this is the first match I've seen go the full distance like this. Most of them been lopsided victories, 3-0. Clan Capital versus 502 Indy. That's right. That's coming up immediately following with yours truly, Coldshot. As soon as this is over, we're going to jump out of game.
Prepare to fight.
But we're going to bring you this one in its entirety. We might end up calling the other one in the middle of it, but that's okay. We can take care of business that way. We're professionals. We know what we're doing. Fight has been called. 6:20 now on the clock. 2 seconds gone. About to hit the 6:10 mark, as AGB is going to have to basically haul butt to get this done. Their best time was 6:31. Their last round was 8 minutes. They seem to be more of a defensive team, as they were able to hold off for a long time. Axis air support blowing them up left and right. Allied air support blowing them up. Excuse me. Gate area is owned by the Axis team. The hatch is red. Jaeger and company being spawned now, as they are all over. The Allies have reclaimed it. The Axis have reclaimed it. It's touch and go. 5:30 now on the clock. The Allies still own the gate area. The Axis have breached the hatch. Supreme Mercenaries moving in quickly to try and bottleneck these guys. Apocalypse having a little connection issue as well. Long-range gunfire from Flatline. He gets a couple of bullets now as he backs off a little bit. They're going to wait for them to claim the area, and then they're going to move. Apocalypse gets mowed down in his lagged state. We are under 5 minutes now. 4:40 to be exact. Still a good bit of time. Coldshot here on the TSN. It's Wolfenstein prime time. SM set the clock at 6:22. There's 4:30 now. They just have to defend. That's all they got left to do. And they can win it. Midfield battle going on as exchange of bullets being passed around. The Axis do own the gate area and the hatch. I see no red glow for the door. Contempt getting mowed down from behind. As we move around, player to player. 4 minutes now. Getting close to crunch time. Dynamite has been planted by the door now. As Jaeger pops up the hatch, takes a couple of bullets. Quickly moves around. Turns the corner and meets a Thompson in the face. 3:30 now on the clock. Red 5 moving in cautiously. Taking a lot of bullets cross field. The Axis have breached the warehouse door. If you're Supreme Mercenaries and you're sitting on the bubble like this, you gotta ask yourself, do you want to commit one person to the gate area, reclaim the gate area to make their spawn a little longer? Or do you just want to fall back around the tower and just stand tall there? As AGB gets poised and ready, grenades go up the hatch area to try and blow up anybody and everybody that they can. Red 5 going up. He is an engineer. He's up top. He's going to be able to take down Canuck. 2:30 now on the clock. He's got dynamite out. It's yellow. He's about to try and make it red. As he's going to try and mow down one of the guys, he's going to fall back, though. He does not make it red yet. He's waiting to see if anything's clear. Panzerfaust takes him down. It's still yellow up there. As we move around to try and find some more. 2:15 on the clock. As Vash retreats a little bit, recovers, and goes back up the hatch. AGB putting hard pressure on the Supreme Mercenaries. 2 minutes now on the clock, as you can hear. As we move around, we got a yellow stick up there. Irv makes it turn red at 1:45. Still a lot of time to make that blow up. This could tie it up 2-2. The Axis come up there. We're waiting to see if any of the Supreme Mercenaries engineers can get there. 1:30, 15 seconds gone by on the plant. They have about 10 seconds left. As people are basically defending it, the AGB team just blowing crap up all around it. And the Axis have beat the clock, tying it up 2-2. As we have a tie ball game. It's Coldshot here on the TSN.
You're listening to TSN on
If you had Speakeasy, you'd be there now.
Waiting on a few more players to ready up, and we'll be ready to go as people are asking, hey, what happens now? And playing one extra set to determine the winner, I do believe is what was said. Let's move here. Playing one extra set to determine winner, absolutely. So I do believe that means, the way it works out, AGB gets a chance to set the clock and then defend their time. As this is a winner-takes-all overtime. And for those of you out there that tuned out when Supreme Mercenaries went up 2-0. Ha! Shame on you. Full 10 minutes on the clock. Game is on. We're waiting on AGB to be able to set this clock and see what happens. The Axis have captured the gate area. As momentum slowly shifting into all guns blazing. We'll give a quick rundown who all's in here. We've got Irv, Vash, Red 5, Jaeger, Warmonger, and Hardnut. Jaster, the officiator. There you go. The official. Fawn, Canuck, Flatline, Contempt, Apocalypse, Randu. all on the server. Myself, Coldshot, here in the observation booth. The hatch has been breached. The gate area is owned. And SM falling into defensive posture quickly. We do reach under the 9-minute mark now. As we take a bird's eye view, as we are still in free float mode, which is kind of odd. Lots of explosion in the gate area. As we wait and see, excuse me, wait and see what they have up their sleeve. 8:30 now on the clock. The Allies have reclaimed the gate area, and there is a red glow at the door. You can hear the long-range fire as the AGB team is coming up through the mid-level hatch. Allied air support coming in, and this is going to take down a couple of guys. As we get a lot of players moving their way around. Waiting to see the hatch. The door has been breached, but the Allies still own the gate area. We quickly get moved to follow mode, which is, I don't know, whatever. The Axis have reclaimed. Gonna help them out with the spawn. 7:30 now on the clock. The gate is opening up. Believe I heard some sniper fire. Allied air support being called in. Hardnut gonna get mowed down. Quickly revived by Jaeger. Just under 7 minutes to go. You got Coldshot here on the TSN. It is QuakeCon Qualifier Wolfenstein action primetime here on TSN. Supreme Mercenaries versus All Guns Blazing, tied up 2-2. Sudden death overtime. As AGB gets to set the clock, they got 6:30 left to go. Hardnut going down. We move around. Pakalos sniping from afar. The few medics being called out for the SM team. Gonna wait and see what this AGB team has up their sleeve. Being asked some silly questions, but that's alright. 5:40 now on the clock. AGB poising for their big rush, it looks like. Move around right now. As we wait and see what happens. Lots of explosions around the tower as I see a big boom over there. AGB is in the tower area. We've got Irv moving his way up, the quote-unquote hero of the last round, to beat the clock. He was the one that set the dynamite. Warmonger himself is long-range sniping. And Fawn on defensive posture. Just hit under the halfway point. As the Supreme Mercenaries are standing pretty decent on the defensive end. Fawn taking a lot of explosion there. Oh man. Gonna follow Flatline in the cheap seats for a moment. 4:30 now on the clock. This has got Coldshot here on the TSN. Lots of Wolfenstein action coming up. Give a visit QuakeCon.org for all your QuakeCon needs. WorldOGL.com for all your schedules for this. doing an outstanding job as they normally do, the OGL does, for tournaments. I gotta tell you, they have it down to a science running this stuff. With the partnership of Speakeasy and a few others, sponsors, depending upon the game, they do an outstanding job. Here comes the AGB team into the cheap seats. They get mowed down quickly. Allied air support being called in long range. Axis air support called in short range. Contempt blocked by the tower, does not get blown up. Some more air support being called in. Some grenades being spammed all around. Randu moving around too. We've got Canuck on hatch duty. And here they all come again, AGB. Working their way into their strat and defensive or offensive posture. 3:20 now on the clock. Not a whole lot of time left. Remember, it's them to set the clock. Supreme Mercenaries going to have to beat it if they want to win this. Otherwise, AGB will get the win and come from a 2-0 deficit to take it. First off, playing from across the pond like they are. Then to come back from 2-0 against a team like that. Oh, Justice P to the rescue, putting me in free float. But immediately I go back into follow. As I go and try and work my way around. As I try and go to the tower here. Somehow I got put in follow there. We're going to concentrate on this tower at 2:20 to go. As we do not see any bad guys coming up the hatch area. We do see them coming cross map. And we hear some sniper fire, etc. We're about the 2-minute warning, boys and girls. Oh, must be the SM team. As when I lock in on one of them, I get moved to follow. So we got the AGB team up on the base of the tower. Jaeger, Hardnut, all up there. Red 5 taking down the Supreme Mercenaries. They're working their way up there. Allied air support called in, though, as that's going to blow up a buttload of people there. But Red 5, who is an engineer, on the tower, making it turn red right about now. 1:29 on the clock when it turned red. It's going to be a lot of time on the clock, like the 8-minute set that they had, but they were able to defend it. AGB, definitely an outstanding defensive team, as we got 1:09, 20 seconds passed. As here we go, 9:01 going to be the set time. That's still a lot of time on the clock. As we wait and see what happens. Coldshot here, TSN.
This just in to the TSN News Desk. More people with internet access listen to the Team Sportscast Network than those who don't have internet access. If you are listening to us with your internet access, thank you for listening. The number one station for online gaming, TSN.
Yes, indeedy, Coldshot here on the Team Sportscast Network. Anyway, one more player till we're ready to fight.
Prepare to fight.
9 minutes is the time to beat. Excuse me. Good lucks. Have fun all over the place. As we are underway, Supreme Mercenary has to blow up the tower if they want to win. All AGB has to do is play the defensive round that they did last time, and they will be able to take care of the victory. 8:30 now on the clock. Dynamite on the hatch area. The Axis have claimed the gate. Excuse me. Claim the gate area. The hatch is about to blow. Supreme Mercenary calling in air support. As here they come, spawn.
TSN on
If you had Speakeasy, you'd be there.
Here on the Team Sportscast Network. Good one last time, and they will be able.
Dynamite planted. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. I need ammo. Medic. I need ammo. Medic. 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 I need ammo. Fire in the hole. I need ammo. Affirmative. Fire in the hole. I need ammo.
win.